ask you, since we talked a lot about KSI, your time in there with him and seeing what he brought to the table. Yeah. Talk to me about the differences sparring a guy like him and another guy in the UK sparring a guy like Gib. What are the differences there?
That's so funny. I freaking love Gib. I remember I met Gib a couple times.
Yeah.
And you can see his fighting style. But the difference was I knew, obviously I had no injuries, but I knew that, I didn't have to worry about the power that KSI has. Right? So I knew I could, and I'm like, I'll be able to hang out, I'm not going to get hurt during the sparring match. I'm just going to, I may look bad at times, towards the end, but whatever. So he comes right out, freaking like a bull, his head right into my chin. And I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm on this thing. And he wouldn't get off of me. So I started landing a couple shots. We're going back and forth. And then I think it's second round. I'm like, the second, third, right before the third round, I'm like, I am feeling it. Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm just going to hang out here because I knew I could hang out there. So I'm just going to hang out. We're just going to throw punches back and forth. I'm going to try to catch my breath. I knew I could I'm going to find my moments in a couple of the rounds and make the video good. And then I'm going to get out of the round. So that was my plan.
Smart.
Third round comes in. We counted. He threw 122 punches in the third goddamn round.
That's crazy, bro.
It was a moment where I think it might have been the third, maybe fourth round, where I'm like, got nothing in the tank. Yeah. So I'm like trying to clinch. I'm hanging out against the ropes, and Gib is just like head of my chest, throwing hooks in the body, throwing everything he got, and I'm just covering, and I hear Vidal clapping and cheering, and Leon's like, yeah, pour it on him, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. You can see on the camera, I start laughing. So I'm laughing at one point because I'm like, this is just ridiculous. I'm in the corner, I hear Leon and Vidal in my ear talking smack, and I'm covering, I'm shelling up, and I'm just catching my breath, and I kind of like was laughing because I know like I'm gonna have my turn in just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting, and then all of a sudden I just lay off like a 5-punch combination, pretty hard on them, and then they got quiet after that. But
shocked him, 100%.
And then we're right back to the same thing though. Then we're right back. I did my thing, and then I'm back to being on my bike and running around and trying to clinch for the rest of the round. Man, if Gib gets faster and he learns how to hit hard, he's gonna be a scary kid, a problem because he has everything else.